Goods and service tax is the integral part of your business. You cannot move your business, you cannot grow your business without GST, without good and simple tax. You should know about the provisions and law, but not to go into the sections. At least you should understand that what the impact would be going to happen in your business if you are not running with the GST, if you are not complying with the GST. With this, one of the simple topic that I would like to bring in front of you is the casual taxable supply, the casual taxable person. If you see in GST, there are a lot of supply and it has categorized basis of what structures in your business, what you are doing the business, what is your nature in your business. Basis of that it has been categorized like outward taxable supply, export supply, nil-rated supply, exempted supply, non-resident supply, casual taxable person supply, mixed supply, composite supply. These are the supply, and where it has to be used basis of what transactions you are doing, you have to accordingly use this nature of supply in your business. The casual taxable persons and their supply. This is very important that you need to understand. You are working as a micro and small entrepreneurs. Might be some of the transactions occasionally you are doing. What would be the tax treatment? What would be the provisioning of tax that you need to take care? That is more important. So casual taxable persons means a persons who undertake any taxable goods and service transactions in the taxable territory. Casual taxable persons who undertake any event or any transactions not on a regular basis. Any transactions you have incurred and you have generated, that would be covered under casual taxable person supply. What the conditions here is that you are providing the services or rendering the services or selling the goods occasionally. You do not have the permanent or fixed place of business into that state or into that areas where you are providing those services. You are working as a principal or agent. That is the conditions that you have to know and fulfill. Casual taxable persons, why it is required? For example, Mr. Harishchand, who is providing the services from Ranchi to Delhi. One of the management consultancy services is providing from Ranchi to Delhi, Mr. Harishchand. One transactions occasionally undertake that a person who has supplying the services from Ranchi to Delhi is required to be registered under casual taxable persons. Now how this is? How the registration should be happen? It is so simple. What you need to do here is that how the normal taxable person is applying for GST registrations, you have to simply go log into the portal, fill up the form GST REG1 and submit to the government. You will get the temporary registration number. That number is valid for the maximum period of 90 days. You have to check what the scope of services you are going to provide, whether services you are going to provide in a maximum period of 90 days. If it is not, then you have to further go and take the extensions of your GST registrations by filling the GST REG11. What is this? GST REG11, you have to apply to with the government, right? Before your existing registration is going to expire. So 5 days, 10 days before, you should apply for the extension by filling the form GST REG11. Once you are submitting this, then you would have the maximum period of 180 days. 90 days existing and 90 days extensions. What you need to do here, that when you have confirmed that your scope of service you are going to provide, you have to pay advance GST to the government. For example, Mr. Harishchandra has signed a contract and have a valid PO for a rupees of 20 lakh rupees. So what Mr. Harishchandra is required to do, that he has to pay the advance tax on 20 lakh, that is 18% of 20 lakh rupees. It is around 3 lakh 60,000. So Mr. Harishchandra is required to pay 3.6 lakhs to the government in the form of advance tax. Once the services has been complete, if you have paid the extra tax, it means what services you have provided to your customer is slightly less than what the tax you have paid on the taxable values. You have to apply for the GST refund. That is more important that you should know. So the casual taxable persons who undertake any of the event, casual taxable persons who has done any transaction is required to register by filling the form GST REG 1, and for extensions he or she has to file GST REG 11. Once you are doing it, you are complying with the GST and you are paying the advance tax to the government. Now what about the returns? Whether a casual taxable person is required to file the monthly or quarterly return? The answer is yes. How the normal taxable person is filing the monthly returns, in a similar ways the casual taxable person is required to file GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. If a casual taxable persons who are availing the QRMP scheme, quarterly return, monthly payment, in that case, the tax you will pay in the form of advance, but the return activity will be happen quarterly. It means you have to file the IAFF and the GSTR 3B at the end of the quarter. So this is how the return facilities for the casual taxable persons. Now one more question. Whether casual taxable person is required to file the annual returns like how the normal taxable person is filing? The answer is no. The casual taxable person is not required to file the annual returns. That is for the normal taxable person, that how they are filing the GST or 9. So this is all about the provisioning under casual taxable persons. What you need to do herein, that when you are working as a one-time transactional working or any event you have organized where you are directing the events and you would have to provide the complete services to your customer, what you need to do in that case, that you have to simply follow the process and procedure of casual taxable persons and apply for the registrations and finding those all opportunity to fulfill through the GST rule and laws. That is going to create more opportunities. Once you are doing this is completely on transaction to transaction base. What transactions, what event you have done in the first 90 days, you have to simply go and compliance with the GST through casual taxable persons. Once you have a more scope of work and a scope of service, you further go and re-register to yourself under casual taxable persons and get to complete all those compliances, get to complete all those business activities with the compliance of your GST. That is how it is important for you. So if you are working as a one-time transactions or one-time event that you are organizing for any of the customer, you don't worry more. The compliances in GST is very simple. If you go in erstwhile taxations, you'll find that more problems, more litigations, more harassment, more stress was there. But if you talk about GST, you would have the simple mechanism. This is the difficult positioning for those taxpayers, those entrepreneurs who are not trying to understand the GST, good and simple tax. So are you going to do all those compliances if you are engaging to yourself for one transactions or one event for your customer? It is very simple. You start and find out those opportunities to making compliance of your GST. In case you find any difficulties, how to compliance, how to do the GST compliance, you just simply write on my chat box, on my video commentary. You will find out the more opportunities, more solutions towards your problem. This is Sanjay Singh signing out. Until we meet again, thank you. Thank you very much.